So here I am at the original Wallace Training Systems. I have to clean some stuff up in order to get my security deposit back. That being said, I probably won't get my security deposit back anyway. That's how these things work. This is probably the last time I'll ever walk through this facility. It's weird because I spent so much time here, but I figured now would probably be the best time to tell you how I got started in this business and specifically how this place came into existence. So for those of you who don't know, I actually studied math and econ in college. There's some pretty good opportunities for graduate school in economics. That I turned down because I knew I wanted to start a business. The counselor I was working with at the time more or less said, okay, you want to start a business? Yeah, what do you want to do? I had no idea. So he said, okay, do this. Draw a circle, what you like, what you're good at, and what makes money. Where those three circles intersect, that's your business. And I took that advice to heart. And I figured fitness was it. I like it. I think I could leverage my skills there in terms of talking with people, working with people. I understood fitness, and if I was good at that, I could make a little bit of money. So what I did is after college, I pretty much liquidated everything I had. It was $780. I bought an NASM certified personal training book and the test, and I got an LLC through LegalZoom. My first month in business, I made $49.50. My first year in business, I made $12,000 total. But the next year, I didn't make $12,000. I made more than $12,000 to the point where I was contracted out from several different gyms. I was starting to hire people. And in order for me to scale, I knew I needed my own facility. And that's how I got into this place. So what I did was I didn't have any business assets. I really didn't have that many personal assets either. So I had to sign a personal guarantee on this place, which basically means if I can't pay the rent, my ass is grass, okay? My stuff's getting taken, but I had no options. If I wanted to scale, I needed to put some skin in the game. I needed some risk. So that's what I did. I signed the personal guarantee. I went to the gyms that I was currently at the time contracted out from, and I basically told them, okay, this is what I'm going to do. It's not an open gym. It's all small group training, personal training. One of the gyms, the gym in Greensburg, was happy for me. Stay as long as you want out. You've been a great asset to us. The gym in Delmont actually fired me. So here I was with an operating lease, spending more money than I've ever spent, buying equipment, painting this place, paying people to do certain things to this place so it would actually be ready. I had checks out that would definitely bounce. I had rent due, which I didn't have money for, and I had equipment that was delayed. On top of that, I lost 40% of my revenue when I was fired. So that was, I was literally that close to failing before I even got started. So what I did basically is, I'd work all day as much as I could out in Greensburg, come here at night, do anything that I had to do myself that I couldn't afford other people to I couldn't pay anybody else to do, and beg people not to cash checks because there was no money in the account. The equipment that was delayed, I went and rented a U-Haul, the biggest one I could on a credit card. I drove out and picked it up myself, came back here, this is right before opening day, came back here with a couple people, couple family members, built this equipment all night. I was the last one to leave. I left at 4:15 a.m., went home, drank coffee, came back here for 5 a.m., had everybody pay me cash. That way I could go to the bank, deposit the cash so my rent check wouldn't bounce. The first 3 months in this facility was the most stressful time of my entire life. I was almost always running out of money before we were out of month. And this is a bootstrap business, which means I didn't pay myself a salary. What I paid myself was whatever was left over. And needless to say, there was a lot of second guessing. Right? Maybe I should have went to grad school. Maybe I should have just stayed what I was doing. Maybe I'm going to fail. Like that, in the late hours of the night, your head kind of turns on that. But I guess we just kept pushing forward. I had no option, right? I had no option. The personal guarantee, I couldn't afford to lose. And that kind of, as odd as it sounds, that kind of sharpens you. When the cost of failure is so great, you don't spend time doing things like looking on Facebook or, who's doing this on Instagram, or paying attention to the competition. You're just so caught up in not failing here that it's really hard to fail when your attention is that focused. Fast forward several years, and the business is actually, it was doing great. It was doing fantastic. We're hiring more and more people. We had more and more clients. Needless to say, we were making more than $12,000 a year. And it got to the point where, it was almost, we were building so much momentum. It was awesome. And then, we had a lockdown, all that stuff. I think we made the most of it. Reason being is because the gym I was fired from, the one that cut 40% of my revenue, the one that nearly put me under, is the gym I now own. So oddly enough, that dip because of the lockdown provided opportunity that I think we took advantage of. Now we're presented with different problems. I'm presented with different problems. My team is presented with different problems. We were able to get to this point, but in order for me to scale this business even more, I need to improve my leadership skills. I need to improve the ability for other people to take responsibility so we can replicate our model. And it's weird because in business, when I first started, I was, I'll be okay when, right? I'll be fine when we get to this revenue. I'll be fine when I don't have to work that much. But in reality, if you're somebody that's ambitious, your problems don't go away, they just become different, especially if you're hell-bent on growth. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm excited for the future. I still believe the best is yet to come. I appreciate all the clientele, whether it's if you're original, Wallace Training Systems, or if you're up at Wallace Fitness Center. And I hope this helps some young entrepreneur, somebody that, maybe starting a business or thinking about starting a business. It's not going to be easy, but I'm here to tell you it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done. To build a team, to have people around you that share a common vision, it's something special. So, again, this is the last time I'll ever walk through this place. This is the short version of the story. If you want the long version, come up to 100 Center Ice Drive, small group training, personal training, sports performance, and I'll see you in the gym.